Do you want to know why I think most people selling on Amazon in 2020 will fail? And it comes down to two reasons, okay? Just two reasons, which I'm gonna go through thoroughly in this video to help you avoid them at all costs, right? And to make sure that, if you're just getting started or you're trying to get up and running, that you can avoid these mistakes as well. And that way you can make 2020 the best year you've ever had, right? So, if you're new to this channel, first, I just want to say welcome. We'll get into the two reasons why, and that way you guys can avoid them, right? But if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name's Cameron. I've been selling for 3 years now. I've had a year of 7 figures selling, right? My first year doing over $1.3 million, which was a crazy story. But anyways, 2018, 2019, I still continue to sell. Been doing it full time for all 3 years now. And going into 2020 here, I want to make a second account to hit 7 figures, right? So if you want to follow that journey, if you want to stay up to date with everything that I'm doing and all the tips, strategies that I like to share, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, guys. It means the world to me. For everybody coming back, welcome. Good to see you again. But anyways, let's start getting into the reasons why I think most people will fail selling on Amazon going into 2020. And honestly, these rules will probably apply for the rest of the year selling on Amazon, okay? And so they probably won't be dated. They probably will always apply. So the first reasons I think people fail selling on Amazon is lack of expectations. They don't know what to expect, okay? And let me explain that a little more here, but just a second, I just want to explain kind of what it took for me to have success on Amazon, okay? And so going back, it was actually my senior year of college. I started selling, it was like January, February of 2017. And it took about 6 months to see any real progress, okay? Let me repeat that, 6 months to see anything good come out of this, okay? And so it was a lot of grinding. It was 2 failed products plus other like samples we tried to sell that were failed, right? We didn't know what we were doing. We didn't take our time, right? Which is what I'm going to get into a little more too. And so we didn't know what to expect, right? We started just grabbing products from Alibaba, saturated in these terrible products. They were breaking, they were trendy. Some had regulations we didn't know about, right? And we just started selling it and we failed, right? We lost tens of thousands of dollars trying to get going because we didn't know what to expect, okay? But, going back, telling myself like what to expect moving forward, if I just started, I would tell myself, okay, Cameron, don't expect anything within the first 6 months, okay? Just take your time, be patient, right? It'll be a theme of what I say a lot. Be patient. People want to come in here and make millions of dollars within a month or two. They get upset if they don't make money right away. It took me 6 months to get going to see my first penny on Amazon, okay? It was super sad, super demoralizing. But that was because there was lack of expectations. If I walked into selling on Amazon and I knew, hey, this is gonna take 6 months, bud. You settle down. I know you like to get going. I know you're the most impatient person in the world. That's just me narrating myself. But I would have told myself that, right? Because that would have calmed me down. That would have made me understand, like, okay, step by step, be patient. It's gonna take 6 months. Learn every day. Learn every day. Learn every day. Your first product may fail. Hopefully, you did all the research and were patient and got the right product up there, right? So that's my first tip, guys. Be patient. Know what to expect. It's going to take some time. It's a real business. Do you expect when you put up, a family-owned restaurant up in a neighborhood that people are going to start flooding in every day? No, it's going to take time to market and make people aware that you're there, right? Same thing with e-commerce, right? If you put a website up or you get a product on, Amazon, it's going to take a while to rank up. It's going to take a while for people, to see your advertising however you're advertising, right? Without spending, an arm and a leg, right? And so just know to expect micro failures as you go along, and just know that each little failure you're going to learn. I know it sounds cheesy and cliche, but it's true. I was successful on Amazon because I had failed 2 products and I learned so much. But nowadays there's so much information out there. If you take your time and learn, that there's no reason that you would have put products on there that I would have. Super breakable, super trendy, thousands of reviews for competitors, and just low margins in general, right? That's what I did because I didn't know. I was naive. So there's too much information out there. There wasn't that much information back then. Back then sounds like 10 years ago, but it was only 3 years ago. but you know how much this market's changed if you've been around a little bit. So just to be patient, okay? Just know what to expect and just hang in there, right? Okay. So 2, right? The next reason is something a little more hands-on and something more, not just kind of mindset stuff, right? 2 is product research, okay? And it kind of comes back to part 1. And product research is important. And the reason most people fail, I think this is the biggest thing. This is 90% of the Amazon business is product research. And people fail because they're impatient, right? Going back to step 1, they don't know what to expect. And just know if you're in the product research stages, okay, guys, there's multiple things you have to do. 1, you're going to have to be patient. I keep saying that, right? But I told you it's going to be a theme. Patience. Know it's going to take some time. Know it's going to take some hard work. 2, be creative. People are using the same web apps, the same, Viral Launch web app, Helium 10 web app, Jungle Scout web app. And people are getting, typing in the same criteria, right? Same amount of sales per month, same amount of reviews, same amount of everything, right? And so everybody doing this, right, which is 99% of the people doing product research, they're getting the same results, okay? And if everybody's getting the same results, right, what do you think is going to happen? If you find a good product doing this way, guess how many people other than you saw that same exact product because they typed in the same exact thing you did? Tons, hundreds, maybe even thousands. And 100 people are going to act on it, and that competition is going to get flooded, right? I've seen this 100 times. Finding good products, I get on there, I think it's a great product, all of a sudden my product gets up there, and there's tons of other competition, right? And it's because I wasn't creative, right? I wasn't creative. After our big year in 2017, we got impatient, right? We thought we were the kings of the world, king of Amazon, and so we started a bunch of products, naively just throwing them up there. And we didn't really do our due diligence, and a lot of those products failed. I hate admitting it, but they did, and it was a huge slap in the face to my confidence, my ego. But I needed it. I needed it, and again, this channel is all about sharing how I learned, my successes and my failures. And you're probably going to hear more failures than successes because they stick out more in my head, right? They're the ones that kind of, I wouldn't say scarred, but the ones that pop up, right? They're the ones that tell me to avoid this or avoid that. And, it's kind of the things that, I don't really hang my hat on it, but it's like just something like, hey, Cameron, you've had like success, but it's like, first thing is like, well, I could have had so much more success if I did the A, B, C and avoided, D, E, F, G. But, just going back on it, so be creative, right? And, find different ways to do product research, which I try to put a lot of that on my channel. Come to my Facebook group and ask me questions, right? It's free in there. So you can ask questions all you want. I'll help out as much as I can. But, being creative, you can, my best example of this, right? It's hard to teach someone how to be creative, right? But it's to get in the mindset of thinking outside the box to find products, okay? My best examples of this would be, say, I live in Denver right now, and, I go to a lot of ski towns, there's a lot of mom and pop tourist shops. Okay, so if you walk in and you're at this little niche shop or whatever you want to call it, there's gonna be some items which I see all the time in these touristy towns. I see items I've never seen before, right? Just weird little knickknacks and tools and weird things, right? A lot of backpacking stuff which you don't see in many places. And so I'll go in there and I'll be like, ooh, I wonder if people are selling that on Amazon. I'll take notes, right? I'll take notes, and a lot of times they come up empty-handed, but I'll find a niche that I never heard of before, and I'll start going down to accessories to that product I first saw, and I'll find different things, right? And I'll find little holes in the market. Okay, same thing. Say you're at a restaurant, right? If you're just in the mindset, you sit down on the table. What's on the table, right? What's on the table of every table at this restaurant? What do these restaurants need? Okay, if they need it, probably every restaurant in the country needs it, right? So it's a huge demand right there. What is the waiter or waitresses using? Do they have certain things on? What's tied to them, right? What are they writing on? What are they doing? What are they using? Because if a waiter or a waitress is using that at that restaurant, chances are most restaurants are using it too. And we all know America, we love to eat. We love different foods. There's plenty of restaurants. There's plenty of demand, right? And so that's my second advice. Second step, product research, and it kind of breaks down into being creative and being patient, which is, being patient goes back to my first step. But those are the main reasons, guys. I hope this hits home. Just, kind of know what to expect. If you don't know what to expect, or, me telling you, Cameron, you told me to have certain expectations, but you didn't tell me what to expect. We'll start talking to other sellers, that have done this before. Get in the Facebook groups, be active, get on my YouTube channel, start commenting down below, asking me, what I went through to sell, right? And, I share a lot of this stuff in YouTube, but, without me going super in depth, right, you don't really know, because if I went super in depth, this would be a 4-hour YouTube video, and I could do one every single day, right? Because, in YouTube, you just can't do 4-hour videos. They don't work. But, get on, be active, comment, get in my Facebook group, ask questions to other sellers. It doesn't have to be me. Find a mentor, right? It doesn't have to be me. It doesn't matter. But find someone, pick one person, that you trust, and start asking them questions. Simple as that. 2, product research, be creative, like I just said. Again, just start getting in the mindset of trying to find different products that no one ever thinks of, okay? And so I'm gonna leave it at that note, guys. I hope that makes sense. Please like this video if this made sense, if this was helpful. Again, I just want to help as many sellers as I can in 2020 and moving forward to have the most success possible, hopefully change their lives. I had a job outside of college. And so this has been life-changing for me, so I want this for everybody. I'm at the point where selling on Amazon isn't quite enough yet. I want to build a network. I want to build a community. So this is super cool, guys. So like, comment below, subscribe if you want more videos like this, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.